Alright, so this is going to be the movie review. This one's called The Warlords 2007. This is my first taste of Jet Li. I got my first taste of Donnie in my last movie review. Just adding some effects here. Give me a second. There we go. That's better. Anyways, another Hong Kong flick. But they speak Mandarin in this one. This takes place during the Qing Dynasty, 1856 to 1870, somewhere around there. So there's this general guy, he's battling the Taiping uprisers, rabble-rousers, whatever, rebels. His entire army gets slaughtered because the other whole army just sits there and watches until the battle's over. They either flee or they take the spoils. Like a chicken hawk army or armchair general type army. I don't even understand how they can function like that, but the entire army gets slaughtered except for one general. So he's kind of stumbling around. He pretends like he's dead. That's how he survives. So he kind of crawls out of the mountain of dead bodies, which is pretty cool. Meets a comely young Chinese gal. Keeps him warm with soup or a body or something. I guess all of it happens off camera. He doesn't even remember what or how it happened. But both of them end up in a camp of bandits. And the bandits keep having their food taken away from them by their rightful owners. So they team up with this general guy who decides to fight for the Qing Dynasty, which isn't much better than being a bandit, quite honestly. I'll explain why later, but it proves my assertion that government is run by sociopaths, or is a magnet for sociopaths. How else could they attract these bandits and this crazy general guy who ends up becoming governor at the end? The ending doesn't make any sense, by the way. It's got a lot of cool fight scenes and blood and stuff, blood squirts, you name it. There's a lot of corny buddy war hero stuff amongst all the dead bodies. So it's got its little realism and a little bit of emotional crap. It doesn't belong in a war flick, honestly. But there's some kind of love triangle going on. I couldn't quite follow it because all the Chinese babes looks like they all look the same. But also they refer to Beijing as the place where the Qing Dynasty resides. I thought Beijing was some communist name that Mao Zedong came up with like 100 years later. I guess nobody knows the name Peking unless you go to some Chinese joint called Peking duck. Anyways, cool fight scene at the end. I didn't understand any of it, but from about the last 9 minutes to the last 4 minutes, pretty cool scene. And the war scenes are pretty cool, realistic looking. Although the general seems to have superhero powers, it's a spear stuck through his shoulder. And he just goes on fighting like it's nothing. Anyways, so these three guys, including the general, I guess the other two leaders of the bandits, they do this corny blood oath thing where they're supposed to protect each other to the death. Just kind of a joke. I mean, it's like asking sociopaths to be peaceful and cooperative. But anyways, so they go around sacking towns, getting rid of the rebel guys. In one scene, the general just ends up shooting all the rebel soldiers with arrows while they're begging for bread, which kind of contradicts his earlier action to execute a couple of his own soldiers who raped after the sack of the first city. Raped some girls. He made his blood brother chop their heads off to set an example. This guy is bloodthirsty, man. I don't think he has any kind of moral code per se. He just loves killing people. He even lets his troops starve for 9 months before he gets the bright idea of getting food from the whole army. And after he becomes governor, after he takes Nanking miraculously. Well, two cities really. I don't remember the name of the other city, but he becomes governor of those two cities, I guess. But the Qing emperor doesn't like one of the blood brothers because he almost caused a mutiny after the mass slaughter at that one city before they sacked Nanking. So naturally, the emperor ordered the blood brother, killed. The general, who's now governor, is just a puppet. Can't do anything. He's upset about it, but he works for the government. So what can he do? You know, it's just a puppet, like I said. And one of the blood brothers kills the guy's girlfriend or concubine or wife. I don't know. It's all very confusing. Like I said, Chinese women have the same clothes, same facial features, same body type. Everything's the same, so it's hard to differentiate them, especially when they're talking in Mandarin. Anyways, so there's a lot of political intrigue. It's like watching I, Claudius, I guess, but 1800 years later, I guess. So, yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool flick. I give it 5 out of 5 stars. Um, doesn't really make a hero out of everybody, but it does have that underdog feel. A bunch of bandits being able to protect the Qing government, which wasn't very stable at that point. Well, they have 3 governors, I guess, um, all pretty much armchair generals. And the whole army guy, the head of that, lazy ass sitting on his horse while everybody else is fighting. You want to become governor too, which is kind of ironic. But anyways, kind of interesting to see the machinations of government or corruption and death and destruction that happens at the hands of government. This war lasted for 14 years. Are you kidding me? I wonder how many millions of people died at the hands of government during this war. Let's be right up there with the U.S. Civil War. Anyways, pretty cool flick. It's definitely a macho guy flick, not a chick flick for sure. Which is the reason to watch these Hong Kong movies in the first place. And you get to see history unfold, which is pretty cool. Get to see the brutality and the corruption of war and government in general, which is pretty cool. By the way, the governor had to beg for 3 years to have taxes removed. I don't know how he pulled that off, but I don't know if it lasted 3 years either. Because, like I said, the ending was confusing. That was about the only good thing he did, as a matter of fact. Recovering from war similar to Japan and Germany after World War II. It's not easy, but it helps when you got free market economy going. Anyway, that part was interesting to me. The rest of the movie just goes to show you that government is a bunch of crap. Nothing but death and destruction on the battlefield. Lots of that in this flick, which is pretty cool. Shows you the stark reality of war. Although it is tempered, like I said, with the blood brother thing. They actually had to kill 3 outsiders just to do their blood oath thing. I don't know. It was all a bunch of crap anyways. It didn't hold up. Because once the first blood brother was killed by the emperor, no less, through the emperor's orders, the governor being a puppet, it kind of reminded me of Nazi Germany, if you know what I mean. Especially when they sacked that second to last city that starts with an S. I don't know the Chinese name. Never heard of it before. But they just shot all the unarmed soldiers with arrows and dumped their dead bodies in a ditch. If I was one of the blood brothers in that flick, I'd be mad too. Regardless of whether it was a condition of surrender to take care of them. Doing the polar opposite was cruel and barbaric in my mind. And the general cried with his back turned, but that doesn't absolve him of any moral responsibility for killing thousands of people. So, so there's that. I mean, yeah, like I said, it doesn't make anybody out to be a hero. Kind of makes them out to be pathetic sociopaths. You know what I mean? Yeah, he cried, but that didn't help the thousands of dead bodies that he produced. And it certainly didn't absolve him of any moral responsibility for killing those people. Anyways, I'm done with my morality thing. I guess my fellow Catholics came up with just war theory after World War II. Doesn't make any sense. But then again, just about everything about the modern day Catholic Church doesn't make any sense. I still take my son there on Sundays just to give him whatever remnant of moral foundation is left in the church. Because that's what my grandfather did for me. I think it helped me a lot. I was going through a similar thing. I didn't, never even met my dad, but my son gets to see me 3 days a week, which is better than nothing. It's summers and holidays, at least until he's older. But I'm not going anywhere. Still here in Daly City after 2 years. So, whatever. If I can find a cheaper place in the U.S. that's hiring people, maybe, I don't know, somewhere in the South, Texas or Georgia. I don't know. Life is tough here in California. Cost of living is astronomical. And I've been able to find work in 2 months, really. I've got part-time work, but only $15 an hour, maybe 30 hours a week. It's better than unemployment, but still. It shouldn't be that hard for me to find full-time work, you know what I mean? Anyways, I'm done with my rant about living in California. I don't know how I got on a tangent like that, but cool flick. Definitely check it out. 5 out of 5 stars later.